Hello YouTube and welcome to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I'm a little confused right now, sorry. Looking at my phone, it's like I just started the video and then it says I got 30 minutes in 12 seconds. Don't understand it, but let's see if I can get this done in that time. Anyways, this is March 2023's paper pumpkin called 10 Years of Growth. You got an extra stamp set in this. This is alternative video number 3. This is a gift from my daughter for her birthday. Her birthday is April 2nd. Let's move that aside. No time to waste. This is the flyer / instruction sheet of the gorgeous projects you could create. I am looking for the stamps to show you. Here they are. You got this one. I used To an Incredible Woman, To a Wonderful Mother, and not anything else. So that's what I used from the stamp set. This is the flyer for what is it, April's Paper Pumpkin. It's stained glass theme. Really cool. I can't wait to see that one too. These are both been great. What else have we used? I used the Happy Birthday here, and I Think You're Wonderful for this project from Special Moments. This was from Celebration. I think this was the past celebration, not just the one that we just had. And I'm using the Splendid Stem dies. See, Splendid Stem dies. We're using loads of those. Those go so beautiful with this kit, you just have no idea. I'm using this stamp and this stamp in this project, and I'm using the old retired neutrals because I could afford those, so they were on the clearance rack. Great buy, and I'm really glad that I got a great use out of them with this project. I want to go over what you are going to need. We are using chipboard from the kit. I'm going to show you right there. I cut several of mine up as I save them. So I'm using a wooden crate that I got from Target for $5. We are using 6 pieces of chipboard cut to 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. 6 pieces of neutral DSP that are 6 by 6, as that's what they came with. My choice was Sahara Sand in Gray Granite. Then you are going to need 2 more pieces of chipboard, which I already have done there. This is 2 5/8 by 4. You're going to need 2. I used 2 pieces of 6 by 6 DSP in the crumb cake. These are neutrals. I wanted the background very, very neutral. So let me clip this together as I'm going to show you how I covered all of these. That needs to go back with it. Die cut. We're using the Splendid Stem die cuts in Garden Green, Polish Pink, Fresh Freesia, Gold Foil, Pear Pizzazz, and Soft Seafoam. I had a bunch of these same colors in a little packet in my stem, and I had to do some extras, and I have used so many of them. We are using the 2 banner sentiment strips. I'm going to show you those. Give me a second. I got all this stuff together. So I'm using these 2 banner ones. You can see this one's already stamped with Versamark and embossed with gold embossing powder. And we are using the one long strip that has a diagonal. You'll see that in a minute. And I did the same thing. We're going to color this. And I used chipboard to give myself dimension and some big stuff. So let's get on so I can show you. So this is the crate. Let me see. I probably need to put my camera up some more, huh? Let's see so you guys can see how this is. It measures 11 by 10. So it's 10 by 11. It has fresh eggs here, though you won't see this because it's going to be standing up like a shadow box. And I got these different layers of dimension going on way back, up in the middle, a little bit closer up. We are going to do these 3 pieces right here because I've already done these. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to show you how I covered my chipboard. This was super, super easy. Besides just cutting it down, I took some liquid glue. You want don't be afraid to add the glue, as it is chipboard. It does absorb it. So I just used the 6x6. I set it roughly in the middle. I wasn't like perfectly in the middle. I just set it in the middle. And I'm hoping now I got the right. Watch me put the wrong side on there. Very likely could happen. Let me see. Nope, I think I got the right side. Okay, so then I went around and I folded on all the sides. Just like that. I'm going to get some scissors in here and I'm going to miter cut a wedge out of each corner. And I'm not being like super picky about this. You're not going to see the back at all. I'm just taking off bulk so when I fold this over, it doesn't have so much of that on it. And I'm just using the Tombow glue. Okay, so I'm going to start with the little sides, put some right along the edge. I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it like so. Give it a good press. Yeah, I know I'm going to get glue on my whiteboard, but it comes right off. And I want to make sure it's well glued. So I'm going to give it a nice line there, like so. And I'm going to give it a good folding over. Hold it down for a minute. Wipe up any excessive stuff. And I'm going to do the same thing on all four sides. Go along the edge. This glue bottle is brand new. It's coming out pretty much better than the last one. There's some more glue for me to clean up. So there we have. So there we have our piece all done. Let me get all that glue up. So next, besides putting everything together, I want to show you, I need to make sure I got this together. So there's that one. This is the right corner. So I showed you how I covered the smaller ones the very same. That's for the middle. This is for the left upper corner. And let me see, I got a little scratch piece here. You guys have seen me do this on the other couple of videos here. I'm going to use my blending brush with Coastal Cabana and give this kind of that tie-dye look that I've been doing. My daughter loves tie-dye, by the way. So I'm just coming in here and I'm not being overly careful. I really need to re-ink this ink pad. Tendency to over ink them. I'm just adding some ink there. Now I'm going to bring in the one I did for the other one while we're doing all this. I'm going to cut one up like so and the other like so to mimic the other strip we have. And we're going to do these both together. So I'm going to add some over here. I just don't want that starkness of white in this project. So I'm liking that. So that's all there is to that. Now we're going to use, our sponge daubers to do the rest. So let's see, we came in with, I'm looking at the last one. Ooh, what did I come in with? I came in with polished pink all the way around. I may not need to, my daughter's favorite color is bright pink. So I'm taking my sponge dauber. I haven't re-inked it at all. I'm just going around all the edges. Not being really picky about it, but I want all those edges in this gorgeous polished pink, which is, you know, her favorite color is bright pink. She has a G. Loomis fish in pink on her arm. I remember thinking that she had used a Sharpie on herself when she came in. Next, we're going to add some fresh freesia. And this I do need to add, and I probably need to re-ink it. So I'm going to come in here and add a little there, and just a little there, and a little here. Maybe a little bit more there. So here, and now I'm going to come in and add a little fresh freesia over here, maybe up here. And I'm just picking spots to add it. and I absolutely love the effect. Next, we're going to bring in Orchid Oasis, and I probably, there's the ink pad. I probably don't need to do anything more. This I'm going to do just light little pounces, okay? So I'm going to, because it's such a deep color, and I like it. It gives it this little speckly look. So there. So that's all we're doing on that one. We're going to come over here in this corner. We're going to come right here. You can always add, you just can't take it off. So I'm thinking a little right there. So that is all there is to that. And let's get on with the project. So I'm going to bring them in my box so you can see how I created these gorgeous planters with all these different elements in them. So we're going to recreate that. We are going to start with this one. First thing I'm going to do is I have 20 inches of just some jute twine, and I need a couple of pieces of Scotch tape to help me out. So I'm going to start off right here in the center, and I'm going to wrap it at an angle. Maybe I should go up here at an angle, across, and then in the middle, making kind of that cat's cradle look that we used to play with as children. And I have plenty, so I'm going to hold this and get me another piece of Scotch tape before I cut it. So there we go. That gets us started. Let me make sure I like that, because we're going to put our planter right there. This is going to go on dimensionals right up front. 2 will do the trick. Don't think it really needs any more than 2. So it says you're a wonderful mother, because she is. Now I'm going to show you in a minute how I made this that really, really mimics what I was going for. I wonder if you guys can see this. Can you see that? This is what I created. I tried to mimic this, and I am really, really happy with how that came out. So this piece here is going to come, I might need to do a little surgery. I only did one of these, and I cut it apart, and it worked out great. And I don't want the stem on there. I was like debating before. So let's see, put all that back. This is going to go right there, and we're just going to glue this down. So I'm going to add just a little glue right up there in that corner. And when we put this in place, you'll understand why. There. Maybe it needs a wee little dimensional to give it a little bit more support. Miss Gloria Wolf gave me this pokey tool. She makes them. She sends them all over the world. And she sent me one. So if any of you are interested, I will send you her information. Absolutely love this. I love the size of it. It's great. So thank you, Gloria. So that may need another one on there. So let's get my elements that we're using on this one. I'm using a flower pot. I used almost one each of the flower pots. And this one is Pear Pizzazz. It happened, I really want a little, not sure that one will work as it's really cold. So let's see. This is going to go like so. We are going to have that polished pink, which is her favorite color. We're going to cut this apart, and we have our basket. So I'm just laying it out so I can see where I want it. I am going to start by putting the polished pink, just this bottom half, in my flower pot. So there's that, and this is, you know, one of the stems from the Splendid Stem Dies. I'm going to do that on this one, And I'm going to bring it a little bit to the side. It went a little too far up, but that's going to be fine. Now this element is going to go right on the side like so. So I'm going to add some glue right here. Maybe kind of like that, because that is going on the side of my flower pot. So there is my flower pot, and now for dimensionals. So Pokey Tool to the rescue. Flip this over, and we only need to put the dimensionals on there, like so, because nothing else is really going to hold it. So another one right here, and one more for good measure on the opposite side in the little triangle effect. And you guys notice my nails, I just got them done with my daughter today. She got 3D effect going on her nails. Absolutely amazing, the gentleman who did her nails. So there, I definitely want a dimensional right underneath here. So pull this off, maybe. Let's try that again. Don't want you to stick to me. I'm just gonna tuck that in there so it has, oh, so perfect. So I know you guys are thinking if I'm going fast, it's because I'm afraid I'm gonna run out of time on my camera. I don't understand what it did. So if you'll notice right here, it's got quite a depth, so I had to put something behind the first piece of chipboard and something behind the second, and I'm going to show you how I did that. The first thing I did is I added some foam automotive mounting strips that my husband had. This is what's going to go in some just scrap pieces of chipboard, okay, on the back of this. So I'm going to add glue here, like so, and then, which I got more mounting stuff. Where's that mounting tape? This is some mounting tape my son uses, and I was like, oh, I think I can use that. So he gave me some, and it doesn't take much. It is very strong mounting tape. And I am adding this a piece here, and I did this to the other three. I'm going to do this in all of them. The only problem was getting the back off for me with the acrylic nails. You know, they're not as thin as normal nails, and it constantly wants to go back on itself. And I couldn't grab it. So let's do this. Nope, that just cut it. Oh, there we go. I was like, I'm going to have to get the reverse tweezers just to get that off. All right. So this piece now is going to go, I already know this goes right here in the left-hand corner. So I'm going to drop her down in there. I need to adjust it a little bit. There. Okay, so you see we have this piece and this piece, and like I said, I wanted the backgrounds all very neutral, so we're going to get ready on mounting the piece that we just did, and I'm going to show you how I did that. I took chipboard, and I literally just cut it up. You're going to see me do it. I have 6 little strips here. I'm going to use this Tombow. Now, the only problem is I need to figure out, okay, I can do it that way. I'm going to start one piece. It just needs to be on the back. There's another piece. I'm just layering them on top of each other. I do this. I have done this in craft projects. You have no idea. Layering up this chipboard instead of using my dimensionals. Plus, I think it's just a little bit more secure. So next is, do I want it like down here? See, I'm going to have to cut this. So right about there. and I'm going to need to trim it off, and not caring about the size, but I do care about whether or not it fits is the question. So this one, because it's a bit wider, is going to go right there. I'm going to lay the other one right on top of it. And then this one is going to go right on top of that one. And then I'm going to use some of that mounting tape again. Yes, I am. So where is that mounting tape? What did I do with that? Here we go. There's not hardly anything left on this. So I need a little cut piece there. And a little cut piece there. And it is really strong stuff. So I'm just going to remove that clear backing, which can be a bit of a pill. I think they use this when they are mounting like TVs to the wall to help get things in position to put brackets up. I think that's what he uses this stuff for. So next, this piece now is ready to go in my box. So I'm just going to roughly get it on there. And look, you see, that's why one goes there and one goes there. And I'm going to show you guys how I did that right now. So move my little tray aside, bring in this tray, and I had a scratch piece of paper. There it is. All right, so this is this die here, and it is just cut from Fresh Freesia. In fact, it's a piece of Fresh Freesia from a card base from a paper pumpkin. Perfectly fitting for this. So I took my sponge dauber. I did not re-ink this. This has still got ink on it from my last paper pumpkin video. I sponged on that one, and then I took it and I put it there. I sponged on it again, and I put it here, and I sponged on it again, and I put it down here. Now I do have to clean this off, as next we are going to use the old olive, garden green, sorry, garden green sponge dauber. Where is that one? And once again, I did not add ink to these. This is just ink that was left on my sponge dauber. So this one, I kind of had to turn it this way to fit there. Maybe I should have had some ink. Have on it. Answer to everything. So we're going to go here, and then we're going to do this one and right there. Now you can see this doesn't quite fit all of them, and that's what led it to be the perfect thing for mimicking, you know, the embellishments, the ephemera that came in this kit. So I took my polished pink without re-inking it, and I'm now going to sponge in those openings. I might have to re-ink now the polished pink because I want some showing on there. So a little corner. Let's see. I'm going to add that polished pink. I'm going to add some polished pink in here, and I'm leaving room. Add some right there and down there. I am leaving room for the Orchid Oasis, which I know I don't have to. So I'm going to come in here and just add that Orchid Oasis on top of this. So I'm getting that muddled several colors layered up in here. And maybe it does need a little bit more, but we'll just keep pouncing. Maybe do a little rubbing there. Get some of that blue in there. Okay, so next what I did is I took the outline image I took Versamark. And I'm going to stamp right on top. Okay, and you're not going to see the effect of this until we bring in the gold embossing powder. Those are all the dies I've been using, which are probably going to go all over the floor in a minute. So reverse tweezers did help me in this. So gold embossing powder. Okay, now I'm going to heat it real quick. I can't show you on camera as my heat gun doesn't reach that far. So give me a second. Okay, so let me stand up to try to get you guys a better picture of what just happened. So this is what I was trying to mimic. I think I probably needed to go over it some more with green, which watch, we can do that right now. So take some shaded spruce and go right over that one, that one. You can always add it, you just can't take it off. Let's see about that garden green. So I had garden green on this leaf. Looks like I might need to open the garden green up. So you guys get to see me create literally while holding something in my hand. It's kind of crazy, but it's okay. Just needing a little bit more of that greens to try to mimic that. So there you have it. That is my quick version of, I would add more polished pink, some more blue in there, but that is how you can try to recreate that. And I've already done it, so I'm going to set that aside. And put this back, otherwise it will go absolutely everywhere. So next we're going to work on our lower left-hand corner of the box. So this is the right, this is the left. This is very similar. This was already done from this. This was in my little things of my Splendid Thoughts stamp set. All those extra elements. So I'm going to move this aside. And here you can see my chipboard already wrapped. And I already wrote down what it is. My pieces of chipboard for the back already cut up. And this is one of the Splendid stem dies I did in garden green. I am going to start by adding glue. Maybe. Right on the stem. Then I'm going to add, this is from our kit. This is going to go right on top. Next is the Coastal Cabana leaf, and I'm going to tell you, we're going to cut this apart. I did this on several of them. I am going to cut it. Don't freak out. It just is going to make it go further on this. So we have this one now, and we have this piece. This is going to go on the front. I'm going to kind of lay it to, oh, I think I did it this way. I'm going to go this direction. So I'm going to start right here, just so I get a placement of where it's going to be at. Now this one, this little part of the stem that we cut is going to come right up under this one. It's just going to extend it going a different direction, if I can get it to stay in place, that is. There's such a little amount of glue in little areas to glue it to. So I'm putting glue on the back of that leaf that I want to connect this stem to. And there you have it. So we have this and we have that element now on my plant. And I want it like so. So now I'm going to add a little bit of glue right where I need it and give it a pinch. And then I'm going to put a little bit right here for that little bit of the stem to adhere to.